All right. So, hey, everybody, I'm here with my beautiful friend, Karen Thomas. And for those of you new to this group, maybe your friend invited you and you're not sure who I am. My name is Audra Zimpel, and I am an intuitive life coach. And I am coming to you live today for a couple of reasons. One of which, like I was just saying, I'm super excited for you to meet Karen Thomas. And she's a dear friend of mine. She's an animal communicator. She's an intuitive healer. She's an RN, and she has this amazing nonprofit animal sanctuary that I'm excited for her to tell you about. And then also, she's a fellow speaker of mine at Behind the Power. That is an event coming up in less than 2 weeks. Can you believe it, Karen?
No, cannot believe that we are in basically mid-October. I am still wrapping my head around that.
Yes, me too. Me too. So I wanted to just first, tell everyone a little bit about Behind the Power, because maybe they are not familiar, maybe they've missed some of my posts, but we're so excited about this because it's a live 3-day event filled with healing and growth. And really, it's just this incredibly unique, powerful opportunity to help you step into your expansive success, help you clear blocks that have been in your way, perhaps for decades, perhaps your own life, your whole life. It's just a tremendous opportunity. It's being led by Allison Roberts, who is one of the world's top coaches, and she's coach to Karen and me. She's our personal coach, and she's not only going to be sharing information that we are so grateful we have learned from her, she has brand new information. So we're going to be learning along with all the attendees. So we're super excited, right, Karen?
Yes, our tool belt is getting bigger.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Another notch. It's exciting.
It is. And, Karen and I will have an opportunity to actually take the stage with Allison. We're both sharing on the stage our own experiences, our growth that has happened. And Karen, would you mind telling them a little bit about what you'll be talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a long history growing up around narcissists and basically being abused by narcissists, but I didn't even know this was happening until a few years ago. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And on the flip side, I have been a codependent my entire life, a people pleaser, and I didn't realize that either, but that is what is attracted. That's why I attract narcissists, because they kind of feed off of that energy. So I just started unraveling all of these patterns over the past few years, which, was my last long-term relationship. After that broke up, it's taking time, but I'm finally able to look at it now objectively and just be like, wow, I can't believe I missed all these red flags. And now that I can look at it from a more neutral point of view, I'm super excited to share it with people, because when you're in it, you can miss it. It's a very subtle form of abuse. So that's what I'll be talking about. I'll be focusing on.
Oh, I know that's going to be so powerful. And you're right. And I think sometimes people, when they do start to realize it, do you agree? Sometimes they feel shame about not seeing it sooner, but that's like so not necessary, because like you said, it's so hard to see. It's particularly hard to see.
It's very hard to see, and present company included. I was like, wow, how could I have been like that naive? But you literally get brainwashed and talked into all sorts of things, and you just feel like a completely different person. I know I lost my sense of who I actually was. I didn't know who I was. So it's very easy to get lost in that when you don't have a feeling of who you are. Mm-hmm. It's hard to see that you're in the middle of, anything horrible going on.
Yes.
Yeah. And you too are talking about a very important subject, which a lot of people need to hear about. So
yes. Well, similarly, people pleasing is part of my talk, and in particular, how it pertains to, or how it relates to, depression and anxiety. I share my personal journey, and it touches on suicide prevention. Like you said, I feel like these topics it's so important that we open up conversations. It just seems like more than ever, we're shocked to learn that another someone that we think from the outside looks like they have it all. Tragically, they've taken their own life. So I'm I'm grateful for this opportunity to share my story and hopefully help others. And like you said, for years I didn't know I was people pleasing and losing myself. I didn't know it. I just thought I was being a nice person, and I was really wearing a mask a lot of the time. So yeah, and we'll also be leading breakout sessions, which is different from last year, so even better. And we'll be on panel discussions as well. And there is something for everyone. We have so many people sharing powerful stories and on all kinds of things that are so relatable, right, Karen?
Yes, they're a very, it's a safe space. We want to really emphasize that. Like, if you feel, well, I'm embarrassed or I have a lot of shame because I suffer from addiction and I really don't want anyone to know. And that's normal. However, we are creating a safe space for you to feel like you belong, because we've all been there and are continuing our healing journey. Like, healing isn't a finite journey, it's a continuum, and we continue to be the best version of ourselves that we can be every single day. And it's meant for 3 days of inspiration and love and connection and support.
Yes.
Please, whatever you're facing, if it's an addiction or something that you just are so embarrassed about, you are the perfect person to join us, because we all share of those commonalities.
Absolutely. And, also even people that, they're trekking along, life seems to be going well, but they have this sense of there's something missing, or they're ready to expand to their next level. It's perfect for you too, if that's who you are. And it's so great because, Allison is so amazing at helping us see our blind spots, something that's holding us back that we're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And once you have that breakthrough, you're seeing life from a whole new vantage point, and it changes everything. Right.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. I mean, that's where I am today. I finally started my lifelong dream of the sanctuary that we have been talking about. And I eventually probably maybe would have gotten there, but maybe not if I had stayed in that narcissistic relationship. But with the coaching help and, seeing my blind spots, I was able to really build that confidence within myself to follow my passion and mission and make it happen. And like, when you think you can't do something, you'll find out that that's not really true.
That's right. You sure will. And also, I just, before we move on, because I really wanted, I want the viewers to learn more about your sanctuary.
Yeah.
But first, also with all of this growth, it's so fun. Allison makes it so fun, and there's lots of laughter. I mean, it's just super fun. And it's going to be held at one of the finest hotels in all the South. It was actually ranked as one of the top hotels, Hotel Coley in Buckhead in Atlanta. So how excited are you for that part?
Oh, I'm super excited. I am super excited to spend 3 days in Buckhead, actually. I've never spent that amount of time in that area, and I know it's a lot of fun and hip and just a great place to get away for 3 days. And why not be at a great hotel with amazing people, right?
Yes. And that's so key with people, with COVID, we went for so long without being able to get together, and we both work with our clients virtually a lot, but there's something about, being really physically right there with people. It's so powerful.
That's right. And there's going to be a lot of hands-on. When I say hands-on, more one-on-one, panels and breakout rooms, and there's going to be a lot of connecting, so we can actually talk with the audience members one-on-one in certain different areas, which is a lot more intimate than it was last year, which is great for the personalization of it.
Yes. And we're each hosting a table. So if you are starting to think, man, I think I want to check this out, please do. Even if you're just a little curious, definitely check it out. You can go to behindthepowerevent.com. There are still tickets, but not that many. Last I heard that was 20 that were still available, but I bet it's lower now. So if you're thinking you might want to go, it's October 19th, 20th, and 21st. So really soon. So I would go right now and just check it out. As soon as you see the website, you'll start to know if this is for you. Right, Karen?
Right. And I was just going to add to men, don't shy away, because we have John, who is an incredible speaker, on our team. And it's, he is just really setting the standards for men who are afraid to ask for help or support or guidance. So please, if you're out there and you're a woman, you're like, yeah, I don't want to go along, bring your husband.
Yes.
I guarantee he's going to find something out of it. The worst that can happen is that you connect with 15 plus amazing people who are going to love you to pieces and support you and just love on you. And
Oh,
what
so
the
true.
worst that can happen in 3 days, I don't know.
Exactly, right? You
That's
can't
right.
go wrong. You cannot go wrong.
Go wrong.
So, and you can even, if you decide to join, you can even, mention that you'd like to be at one of our tables, right? I think that's allowed to, because I would love to, for my viewers, if they come, I would love to host them at my table. So
Me
that would be
too.
fantastic.
Likewise.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Everyone's welcome.
So, and also yes, and always reach out to us if you, have any questions about the event. But now I really do want to talk about your sanctuary. Can you just tell someone who doesn't know anything about it, just what you do?
Absolutely. So yes, I'm a registered nurse by trade. And yes, I did a 30 plus year career nursing with humans, which was amazing. But since I was a child, I have always spoken to animals, and they've been my healers and my guides and my best friends. And I have now pursued my lifelong dream of having a sanctuary, opening a sanctuary for specifically homeless dogs, shelter dogs that are hospice, nearing end of life, have special needs, or otherwise difficult to adopt. I've been volunteering with my local rescue organization here for over 20 years, and the homeless population has just always touched my heart. And then the senior population, and I really narrowed it down. So I know it sounds a little strange, but I love assisting dogs over the Rainbow Bridge when it's their time. Of course, when it's my dogs, it's much harder, but I can be that doula, if so to speak, the Rainbow Bridge doula. It's a big passion of mine, because I know it's a very challenging time for people. And I help private clients, and especially dogs that don't have humans or families. I love to just honor them and hold them in that state of grace and allow them to feel all of the unconditional love that they have mastered and teach us. So I like to give it back to them, and it kind of comes full circle.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And you really are, I say it all the time, you are an angel on earth for sure.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
so welcome.
It takes a village, and I'm so grateful for all of the humans involved. And we just try to do the best we can do for the dogs and the humans and all of us. We just help each other along the way. So thank you. And likewise, as are you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, and so for those of you who are viewing, thank you for tuning in. And again, let us know if you have any questions, and we hope to see you at Behind the Power, right, Karen?
Yes, we do. We really, really can't wait to hug you. And if you don't want to hug, we'll just air hug you.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Karen. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun. Always so good to see your beautiful face.
Oh, likewise. And everyone have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
Bye.